All right, next chapter. Chapter 5, Nature in Relation, Introduction to the Elements. Forget not that the earth delights to feel your bare feet, and the winds long to play with your hair. Talk a little bit about this chapter.
Yeah, so that's where we're really understanding the cosmoetics, that we're understanding that engaging with the elements, which is air, earth, which is like the botanicals, everything that comes, that we're going to feed our skin and put on our skin and eat, and sunshine. And it's those basic elements of our life on earth that are going to replenish us on a emotional and spiritual level, and on a physical and beauty level, because we're putting product on our skin that's like saran wrap. It's like invisible. The petroleum is like an invisible layer of saran wrap. It's not allowing it to breathe. Then we're like wrapped up in polyester underwear and clothing, and we're like shaded like with SPF 30, and we're not allowing that interaction.
Exactly.
But we literally need it. Like we're like, engaging with the sun's like cosmic pollination. Having real water wash over our bodies is so essential, and allowing air, like allowing our skin to breathe, all these things, we want to really rethink about that, move away the things from the bathroom sink and really think about engaging. And we're really at a time now too where we have, many of us are lucky to have houses and shelter, and we can engage with the elements in a way that's not like gonna, it's not a death situation now. We've got shelter, we've got running water.
Absolutely. And I think this goes back to the culture of protect yourself from the sun, protect yourself from air, protect yourself. It's a lot of us versus them, which is incredibly ridiculous, because we are them.
Yes.
The old ancient science says we are earth, water, air, sun. We are stardust.
Exactly.
We are them. So the media really tries to create the fear factor.
Right. Well, it's anything, and it's half the time I'm sure it's done unconsciously, even in these marketing rings. But it's like anything that creates separation is a myth.
Exactly, because we are one. And I love how you talk about each of these elements. I mean, I actually wrote an article recently, and it's all around how we need to charge ourselves up with the sun, just the way the cell phone is charged at night by plugging it into the wall. The sun actually charges us.
Yes.
And so saying I'm going to cover myself up and never go out is literally taking the beauty away from you. So I feel like a lot of the practices that are preached, in fact, take the beauty away from us, in fact, instead of instilling beauty in us. So I really enjoyed reading this particular chapter. Talk a little bit about the water element.
Yeah, so we really do need real water. And if you've got toxic tap water coming out of your, it's very important to get a filter for that. And, I definitely had times where I was renting. And so what I would do then was I had a shower filter that would remove the chlorine and different things. And then we would just wash the kale under the shower filter, just make trips to the bathroom, and even run the bath through the shower filter. So it's really important. And, many things could be, your skin might need tweaking, and it could literally just be from that daily dose of chlorine. Could be the one of the issues that's aggravating eczema or creating dandruff, because the chlorine and the different chemicals in tap water, they will disrupt the microbiome and create dysbiosis, create a drying dysbiosis, because the chlorine's actually killing the microbes that are helping to keep our skin soft and moist.
Yes. I grew up in the Middle East, and I would visit India every year. We would spend quite a few months, and every night, both in the Middle East as well as in India, my parents would go out for a walk. Night walks were very much part of the culture. You had a dinner, a nice big dinner.
Yes.
Typically not terribly healthy. But then you went for a nice long walk. And when I came to the US when I was 18, I didn't really experience people walking at night, and it went away from my own experience. But you talk about night air, And there's a quote here again from Hafiz, which is beautiful. I caught the happy virus when I was out last night singing beneath the stars. It is remarkably contagious, so kiss me. What a wonderful, beautiful quote, but also what a great reminder that instead of after dinner putting on television and watching something distressing, like
Yes.
the new thing that Trump has said or done, why not go out for a beautiful stroll under the stars with your loved one? And
Yes.
make it part of your family outing. Get the kids out as well, instead of them sitting and playing video games or with their head stuck in a cell phone. Get them out walking under the beautiful cool moonlight. It is brilliant. It is remarkable.
Yeah, it's so special. And I have lots of tips in there on how to engage with the elements. Like, so just to open up our minds, like having a walk through the forest, laying just on the earth,
Forest
dipping in the
bathing.
lake.
Talk a little
Yeah,
bit about what is
bathing.
forest bathing for those of our listeners or viewers who have not read a lot of my stuff and hence don't know what forest bathing is.
Well, forest bathing is literally the science that has shown that when you walk through the forest, all these great benefits happen, and de-stressing, and the monoterpenes of the essential oils of the leaves of the trees, especially evergreens, find their way into your body via the lungs. So it's a wonderful, obviously a walk in the forest, I'm sure we all think is a positive thing, but the science really anchors in just how beneficial it is to your body. And then also what we know from that science is that essential oils, which are the distilled monoterpenes of all the trees and different plants, we can get the same benefits of forest bathing with essential oils, just diffusing in our home. Of course, walking is important too, but there are ways to get that forest vibe going on if you can't walk in the woods.
You talk about antibacterial products, and
Yes.
we've had a whole explosion of that where we really need to kill these bacteria, these bad bacteria. What are your thoughts on antibacterial products?
Yeah, so it's kind of like, well, we've got an issue with antibiotics right now.
Mm-hmm.
We've overused them because we did come out of the 40s thinking we just had to kill everything, right? So sort of this germ warfare theory of like, just kill the bad things. Now, through understanding the microbiome, we realize that we have so many beneficial bacteria that we need them. So we can't have everything be antibacterial, but we do need substances that are able to discern through what's a pathogen and what's a beneficial bacteria. Unfortunately, antibiotics, which means anti-life, anti being anti and biotic being life,
Mm-hmm.
they're indiscriminate assassins and will literally just like kill all the things, including the good bacteria, and will actually cause species of bacteria to become extinct or to mutate them. And so we do need antibacterial remedies in our life, but we need to find ones that don't just kill. And that answer comes from essential oils, which have antibacterial properties, but now science can show that they can tidy up the pathogens while working with the friendly bacteria. So that's what's great about these powerful distillations from plants. And then we can let go of things like triclosan in our toothpaste or the antibacterial soap, because those things will actually lower your immune system.
Because we have tea tree oil instead.
Yes.